In the last video lecture, we have discussed about growth and decay of current in an inductor. You can use concept of growth and decay of current in an inductor, and we can solve this problem easily. In this given circuit, you should calculate current through 5 millihenry inductor. You should find out current in this inductor. What actually happens in this case is you are connecting a battery. Because of this battery, there comes some current I in the circuit, and that current will be going through these two inductors. And when it comes to this point, from Kirchhoff law, you can tell that current get divided into two parts. And current in this 5 millihenry, I can take it as I1. Current in this 10 millihenry, I can take it as I2. I want to now calculate how much current is passing through this 5 millihenry. And in the previous video lecture, we have discussed that inductor at steady state act as a wire. Therefore, net current, these two inductors at steady states will act as wire. Therefore, I can redraw the circuit like this. And total battery connected is 20 volt, and this is 5 ohm resistance. Current in the circuit I is equal to V divided by R. It is 20 divided by 5. It is 4 ampere. So in this circuit, 4 ampere of current, total current passing in the circuit will be 4 ampere. That 4 ampere will be divided into two parts. That 4 ampere will get divided into two parts. I can now write, when inductors are connected in parallel, you can write L effective is equal to L1 L2 divided by L1 plus L2. Likewise, current in this inductor I1 will be equal to L2 divided by L1 plus L2 into I. Therefore, current I1 can be written as 10 millihenry divided by 15 millihenry into total current in the circuit is 4. Millihenry gets cancelled. 5 2s 10, 5 3s 15. So I1 will be equal to 2 by 3 times that of 4. It is equal to 8 by 3 ampere. So current entering into this 5 millihenry is 8 by 3 ampere. Likewise, you can calculate current entering into this 10 millihenry. So current I2 can be written as 4 ampere minus 8 by 3 ampere, which is 4 by 3 ampere. So I1 and I2 we have calculated. So the concept which we have used in this problem is, at steady state, these inductors will be replaced with wire, and the total current will be maximum current passing in the circuit. Yeah. Coming to this problem, when you switch on this key, you are connecting voltage E here. Immediately when you switch on the key, current flows through the circuit. But there is one resistor and inductor connected in the circuit. Therefore, you can write inductor and capacitor. If you compare these two, yeah. So as we know, we have learned about growth and decay of charge in capacitor. In capacitor, charge will be increased with respect to time, and whereas in inductor, current will be increased with respect to time. That's what growth and decay of charge in capacitor, growth and decay of current in the inductor. At a time t is equal to 0, the inductor inductor current I will be equal to 0. Therefore, it looks like switch off. There will be no current flowing through the inductor at a time t is equal to 0. When t is equal to infinity, that is at steady state, current I is equal to maximum and it acts as wire. So inductor acts as a wire. It is just equal to switched on key. That is in case of inductor. Whereas in case of capacitor, at a time t is equal to 0, when you are switching on, the capacitor will start charging at a time t is equal to 0. Therefore, it is equal to wire and it is switch on condition, and Q will be equal to 0 at a time initially. After steady state, once the steady state is achieved, it can be like it is fully charged. Capacitor is fully charged. As the capacitor is fully charged, even though you are connecting it to battery, it does not transfer any charge. As it is not transferring any charge, current in the circuit I will be equal to 0. It acts like open switch. Therefore, it is in switch off condition. Now you will use these two conditions in this circuit problem and we will solve this problem. So when time t is equal to 0, you are asked to calculate ratio of current I through the cell at t is equal to 0 to that of t is equal to infinity. I 0 is equal to how much you should find. I at infinity is equal to how much you should find, and you need to take ratio of that. I 0 and I infinity, you should calculate this. So when time t is equal to 0, inductor is switched off, capacitor will be acting as a wire, there will be only one resistor. So at time t is equal to 0, I will be redrawing the circuit like this. And this is only R and it is E. Current passing in this is I0 is equal to E divided by R. Because capacitor will act as a wire at a time t is equal to 0. Therefore, capacitor is replaced with a wire. When the capacitor is connected as wire, this 6R resistance is shorted. 6R resistance does not work because it is shorted. Only R, capital R value, only this resistor will be remained in the circuit. As inductor will act as switched off wire, there will be no current into this 3R resistor. So that's what at time t is equal to 0, we got I naught is equal to, or I0 is equal to E by R. At a time t is equal to infinity, inductor will act as a wire and capacitor will act as switched off circuit. Capacitor will not work and inductor will act as a wire. Therefore, the net circuit looks like this. This is R, it is 3R and this is 6R. Now these three resistors, you need to find out equivalent resistance. So sum of like 3R and 6R, they are connected in parallel. It is 3R into 6R divided by 9R, 3R into 3, and this is 2. This is equal to 2R. And 2R and R both are connected in series. So R equivalent will be equal to 3R. Now what is current in this circuit? I at infinity will be equal to E divided by net resistance is 3R. So I want to now find out ratio of these two. I0 divided by I infinity will be equal to E by R by E by 3R So I naught divided by I infinity is equal to 3. This is ratio of current at time t is equal to 0 and at time t is equal to infinity. Coming to the next question, an inductor of inductance 400 millihenry and resistors of resistance 4 ohm and 2 ohm are connected to a battery of EMF 12 volt. As like figure is not being given, so let us draw that figure. The internal resistance of the battery is negligible. The switch S is closed at time t is equal to 0. The potential drop across L as a function of time will be dash. You are supposed to calculate that. So inductor and resistor. There is an inductor. There is a resistor. Both are connected to a battery. We are taking these two in series. These are connected to battery. So as figure is not mentioned, I am taking that these two are connected in series. It is inductor L and this is resistance R1 and resistance R2. It can be you can take this is R1, this is R2. I am taking two resistors connected in series. One is 4 ohm and the other one is 2 ohm. These are connected to battery of EMF. The internal resistance of the battery is negligible. When switch S is closed at time t is equal to 0, the potential drop across the inductor as a function of time is dash. So when you are connecting these two resistors, like when you are, first let us calculate total current passing in the circuit. So at t is equal to infinity, inductor will act as a wire. Therefore, I will be equal to V divided by R net. What is V provided here? Voltage is voltage is also not being given. Voltage is also not being given. So let us take this voltage as 12 volt. We are taking it as 12 volt. So it is 12 divided by net resistance. As this act as a wire, R1 and R2 both are connected in series. Therefore, it is 4 plus 2, which is 6. This is equal to 2 ampere. So current I maximum will be equal to 2 ampere. This is the total maximum current passing in the circuit. Now, when switch S is closed at time t is equal to 0, the potential drop across L as a function of time. You are supposed to find out potential drop across this. So at time t is equal to 0, the potential drop will be equal to, like there will be some voltage dropped across this inductor. I call it as VL. So I can write this as voltage dropped across the inductor V is equal to minus L into di divided by dt, where I is current in this particular inductor at time taken t. So of course this negative sign is not necessary. We are only taking the magnitude of voltage dropped across this inductor. So V is equal to L into dit divided by dt. Let me take this as equation number 2 and I'll use this as equation number 1. So in order to calculate voltage dropped across here, I need to find out equation for current. So we know current with respect to time t is equal to I naught into 1 minus e power minus t divided by L into R. Okay. Now I of t is equal to I naught, however, we know it is calculated as 2 ampere. This is 2 ampere into 1 minus e power minus t divided by tau. I need to calculate as tau. Tau is equal to L divided by R. L is equal to 400 millihenry divided by net resistance of these two. It is a 6 ohm. So I will write it as 636 remained is 4, 6636 remained is 4.66. So relaxation time tau will be equal to 66.7 millisecond. This is I of t. Let me take this as equation number 3. So after calculating I of t, in order to find out the voltage drop across this at some instant of time t, I'll now write it as V is equal to L value, it is 400 millihenry into d by dt of 2 ampere minus 2 into e power minus t divided by 66.7 milli. This is 400 milli into d by dt of 2 is 0 and that will be minus 2 is constant, I can write it out, and d by dt of e is e power minus t divided by 66.7 milli into minus 1 divided by 66.7 milli, and this negative sign gets cancelled. Leftover will be V, which is equal to this milli and this milli gets cancelled. It is 400 divided by 66.7 into 2 into e power minus t divided by 66.7 milli. So 66.7 you can write it as 400 divided by 6. 400 gets cancelled. V will be equal to 6 into 2 into, like it is 12, 6 to 12, and it is e power minus t by 66.7 milli. This is the total voltage dropped as a function of time across this inductor if these two resistors are connected in series. Likewise, you can take these two resistors connected in parallel, and you can execute the same way so that you can find out current in the inductor when resistors are connected in parallel as well. In this question, it is mentioned a coil have a resistance of 15 ohm and inductance of 10 Henry is connected across a battery of 90 volt, and this is DC supply. Determine the value of current after 2 seconds. I of 2 seconds is equal to how much? And what is the energy stored at 2 seconds is equal to how much? You should find out what is the energy stored over there. We know current at any instant of time t is equal to I naught into 1 minus e power minus t by tau. What is tau here? Tau is equal to L divided by R, which is 10 Henry divided by 15 ohm, which is 2 by 3 second. So tau is 2 by 3 second, and I naught value. So when infinite time, at an infinite time, inductor will act as a wire, and it is having only resistance of 15 ohm. So therefore I is equal to V divided by R, that is 90 volt divided by resistance is 15 ohm. So 15,690. Am I right? So this is 6 ampere approximately, like it is 90 volt and it is 15 ohm. This is 6 ampere. That is maximum current in the circuit. Now I want to calculate I at 2 seconds. Therefore, I of 2 is equal to I naught value is a 6 into 1 minus e power minus 2 divided by tau is 2 by 3. This 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So I of 2 is equal to 6 into 1 minus e power minus 3. This is 6 into 1 minus 1 by e whole cube. This is equal to 6 into 1 minus 1 by 3. 1 by e is 0.37 and this is whole cube. This gives you the final value I at time 2 seconds. It's nearly 5.7 ampere. So this is current at 2 seconds. Now I want to find out energy stored. As you know, energy E is equal to half L I square. Inductance value does not change. Half inductance value is 10 Henry into current at that particular instant is 5.7 whole square, right? This gives you energy. It is 162.45 joule. Yeah. So a coil of resistance 20 ohm, R is equal to 20 ohm, and inductance L is equal to 0.5 Henry is switched to DC supply of EMF 200 volt. Calculate rate of increase of current. So you are supposed to calculate rate of increase of current at the instant of closing the switch. When the switch is being closed, immediately you can write I of t is equal to I naught into 1 minus e power minus t by tau, right? When the instant switch is being closed, t is equal to 0 second. At the instant just t switch is being closed, it means at starting time, that is t is equal to 0. You can substitute that here. Before that, let me calculate what is the maximum value of current in the circuit. So I naught is equal to, like this will be the circuit. You have a resistor and an inductor and it is connected to a DC supply. At a time t is equal to 0, this is resistance R, this is L and this is E. At infinite time, L will act as a wire. Therefore, I will be equal to V by R. V is equal to 200 divided by resistance is 20, which is equal to 10 ampere. So maximum current passing in the circuit, it will be 10 ampere. So that you can substitute here. So I of t is equal to 10 ampere into 1 minus e power minus 0. Right? I of t just after t is equal to 0 second, you can write it as I of t is equal to 10 into 1 minus 1 by e. 1 by e is 0.37. It is 0.63 times that of 10. So current just after the switch is being closed, I of t is equal to 0.63. I'm sorry. It's not 1 by e. This is e power 0 is 1. So 1 minus 1 will be equal to 0. Therefore, current in the circuit at an instant when the switch is being closed is equal to 0. And second B, option B, it is after one time constant, what is the value of current? So after one relaxation time, you can just write it as after 1 relaxation time, current I is equal to 0.63 times that of I maximum. This is 0.63 times I maximum is 10. Therefore, I will be equal to 6.3 ampere. This is current after one relaxation time. And next is find steady state current in the circuit. So steady state current is I maximum, and this I maximum will be equal to 10 ampere. Right? Now these are the answers for this problem. But here, if we observe this rate of increase of the current, so you are asked to calculate rate of increase of the current. But what did we do now? We have just calculated current at time t is equal to 0 second, after one relaxation time, and after infinite time we have calculated the current. But in order to calculate rate of increase of current, I'll be now writing it as dit divided by dt. You need to differentiate this. This is d by dt of I of t is I naught into 1 minus e power minus t by tau. This is equal to I naught value is, however, d by dt of I naught is constant. You can just take it as 0. It is minus of e power minus t by tau into minus 1 by tau. This is dit by t. So d of I of t divided by dt is equal to minus of minus will become plus e power. So when the instance which is being closed, you can just write it as t is 0. So e power 0, and it is 1 by tau. What is relaxation time? It is, you need to calculate that. We did not find relaxation time. So it is e power 0 is 1. This is equal to L divided by R. What is L? 0.5 divided by R is 20. So tau is equal to 5 divided by 200. It is 5 fourths. This is equal to 1 by 40. So tau is 1 by 40. It is 1 by 40 will become 40. So therefore di by dt, just when switch is being closed, it is 40 ampere per second. Right? It is 40 ampere per second. This is di by dt. Likewise, you can calculate after one time constant what is the value of current, and at steady state what is the value of current. You can find out that when time is like di by dt, you should find out. But in the first case, we have just calculated I of t. So after that, you need to do this. Like I have explained both the cases in one single problem. So students, I have made one mistake here. This I naught will be multiplied inside, so it will be I naught over there. So there will be I naught here. I naught into 40 will become 400. This is 400 ampere per second. I'm sorry, 400 ampere per second. This is dit by dt. Likewise, you can even calculate after one relaxation time what is dit by dt, and after infinite time what is dit by dt.